A style.
What? What?
What?
What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing.
What? Are you trouble?
Yes.
Oh shit! Tomorrow I gotta go get a haircut.
Oh.
She's not open tomorrow unless you're going somewhere else.
Well, it looks like I'm going somewhere else then.
Um. Time for a bit of a few story times. Me and my girlfriend broke up. I don't know if I told y'all, but we did. We, in fact, very much did. She was insane. Okay. There's so much to get into. I don't even know if I can remember it all. But basically, okay. Basically, let's start off with the breakup. I was like, hey, I'm done, and like, we need to break up. And I blocked her right after I sent that. And she walked up to my house, called my nanny, and my nanny and my cousin Allison was there, and neither me or my nanny answered the phone because we did not want to answer it. So we had Allison pick up the phone, and my ex-girlfriend was like, can I speak to Maddie? It's kind of important. And then my cousin Allison was like, no. And she was like, can I speak to Heather? And Allison was like, sorry, she's in the bathroom. And yeah, so that was fun. She walked all the way up the hill, which is a very dangerous hill. Cars going 50 miles per hour up and down. Little side, you know where that white line is? Little side line in between that for walkers and bikers. Okay, very dangerous. Okay, she was walking up that. She's insane. Okay, and don't mind me just fixing my pockets because it's bugging me. And so she walked up here. My whole family went out there except me. I was the very last person to go out there and talk to her, and every person in my family went out there and was like, you need to leave, like, it's over, you know, there's not much to talk about. And she kept insisting that she talk to me, and I finally said yes. And my Uncle Justin and my cousin Allison were out there with me. Well, my cousin Allison first, and I was like, hey, like, what's up? She was like, I don't want her out here, can you tell her to go back in? And I was like, no, I'd rather have her out here. I didn't know what to say. Like, I was nervous. I didn't know what to say. It was just a lot, okay? Then, finally, Allison goes inside when I agree to it, and I'm like, hey, like, you need to go. Like, there's not much to talk about. Like, what do you even want to talk about? And she's like, why? And I'm like, you're disrespectful. Like, you didn't change. When I asked you if you could, you said you tried. It was just, yeah. And so then, my uncle's like, hey, you need to leave, because she wasn't leaving. And like, then my whole family asks her if she wants a ride back home. She says no multiple times. Then finally, we were like, okay, well, if you don't leave, then we're going to have to call the cops. You have 5 minutes to leave, or we're calling the cops. And so she left after telling my nanny to go to. And I wanted to punch her. I was literally trying to get through the door through my cousin Allison, my nanny, and my uncle. I was trying to get through them. I didn't. She was already on the road by the time I could get to her, and so yeah. She kept my Montana hoodie, not this one, one that was more important, that me and my papa have matching hoodies. I gave it to her, and she wouldn't give it back for the longest time. Then I was at a conference for my special ed or whatever, and there was a volleyball game going on, and she came to my school and looked through the volleyball gym where the volleyball players were and stared down this one girl that she threatened to fight before, and blocked on my account when she got a hold of that and realized she could delete the videos that I talked about her on and realized she could block people on my account. I changed my password. Everything's good now. Also, TikTok is Love Maddie McCollum if you want to go follow me. And yeah. But anyways, she threatened to fight her, and then she was staring that girl down at the volleyball game, and I did not know this was going on while I was there because I was in a different part. So there's a gym separate of the big building. I was in the big building, they were in the little gym. Okay? And so then the girl's mom comes up to my girlfriend and is like, "Hey, I heard you want to fight my daughter, like what's up?" And then my ex called that girl's mom the B word. No, like, this is a small town. Word gets around. This was talked about for like a week at my school, but everyone who heard about it each time throughout that week, it was just a whole lot. I was asked about it. It was talked about. It was a whole big thing. It was a circle all around this little small town school. Literally half the people at that school, or actually over half the people at that school, live in the town. So it's a whole big circle. There's probably no more than like 30 houses in this town. Very small town. And word gets around. Okay. And so anyways, she's been making fake accounts, trying to talk to me. Okay, anyways, let's go back to the volleyball game because I forgot to add a part to that. After I got out of the conference, my brother was like, Maddie, Nancy's here, Maddie, and he's with her because, like, they like each other, you know, like, they get along, and whatever, and, like, so I'm, like, ignoring him because I'm, like, so confused. I'm like, who is that yelling my name? So I'm confused, and then I turn around, and I see them walking towards me, and I'm like, And then my brother comes, and he's like, Maddie, Nancy's here with your hoodie. And I'm like, why is she here? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay. And, like, he was, and I'm like, I'm getting in the car, Nani. Like, I'm running, I'm bolting. Okay? I bolted to the car, and my Nani was, like, only a little bit behind me. I locked the doors until she got in, because I didn't know what was going to happen. Like, I'm so nervous, because, like, just no. And then she got in, we went around to where they were at to get my brother, and then she was like, and I got my hoodie because that is my favorite hoodie in the entire world, and I got it, and she hugged me, and she was like, can you hang out? And I'm like, no, I gotta go places. She's like, okay. I didn't want to say that I was going home because I did not want her to come to my house. I did not want her to come to my house. I did not want her to fight me if I said that I straight up just don't want to hang out, you know? So then I got my hoodie, went home, and then the next day after that, she reposts a video of me that I posted on my account, on her account, calling me a hoe. Like, I know I am. Like, I know I was. I'm not anymore. I'm taken again. But, like, I know I was. But, like, what right do you have to say that I am? Like, why are you in my business like that? Like, why do you need to call me a hoe on your account? Like, I never disrespected her. I simply told what happened like I am now. I did not disrespect her or call her names publicly. Okay? I will admit, in private, I did. She could have called me anything she wanted in private. I'd be fine with that. But in public? No. Private is okay, because I never talked badly about her in public. But, like, I did in private. I'll admit that, okay? But I don't even think I had before she called me. Like, until she called me that. I don't even think I have. But I'm not trying to make her seem like a bad guy. Because I'll admit, I have my flaws too. I couldn't handle it. I will admit, I am pretty bad. I could have been part of the reason. Because I get stressed easily. Could have not been her fault. It could have just been the way I handled things, you know? So anyways, not trying to make anyone seem like the bad guy. Really not. But this is just straight up how it happened. And so then she's making all these fake accounts to get to me, and I'm like, okay, like, and I'm just like so confused. And this one account, I'm like, who are you? And she says, I can't tell you, otherwise you'll block me. And I'm like, just so you're Nancy. And so she's like, yeah, and then we start talking, and then she's like, I want to fight you after I said that I threw away a picture that she drew of her dead dog and whatever. And like, yeah, it's just a big thing. We started arguing a lot. I called her a lot of names. It was a big deal. It's just dumb. It was great. Then, my friend Jackson was like, hey, she's tried to kill herself. And my friend Charisma was like, hey, she tried to kill herself. And I got all the details on that. I got all the details that I could from Charisma on how she tried to kill herself. And then Jackson, one of my friends, that was my friend, I'm not really sure if he is now, because I swear they set it up so that she could get one of my contacts. Okay? I swear they set this whole thing up so that Nancy could become a little bit more crazier. Okay, Jackson's like, hey, me and Nancy aren't friends anymore, but she is here at the park, and I would love if you could come so that we can do something to her. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever, I'm not coming. And then he's like, do it, please. And I'm just like, no. And I said no, like, a lot of times. And then I'm finally like, know what, I have no social life otherwise than just going and doing this. So what better do I, what do I have to lose? And so I go. I'm going through my Snapchat. That's the social she got. So, anyways, I was like, hey, I'm leaving. Like, this is dumb. I'm leaving. Like, it's awkward. Not coming back. Okay, don't text me. Okay? And then, so, I say all that. I leave. I go home. A few days later, there's this account that says in my contacts on Snapchat, and it says my love, which was the name I had for her before I blocked her, okay? Said in my contacts, okay? And I was a little skeptical after it said that, but the name was totally different. Like, the Snapchat name was totally different. So I was like, okay, cool. They did send pictures. So it was her. She sent a picture of, like, this random dude's face. And, bro, it was kind of on point how her family was and with everything. And, like, why the breakup could have gone down. And I was like, okay, like, how, like, why are you getting this all right? Like, what's up? Like, are you, and, like, I'm like, send an actual, like, current snap, because it was all in chat, you know? And I was like, okay, send an actual snap. And then the person that was a boy was like, no, like, I'm busy right now, I'm in school. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then the next snap was of her, and I was just like, blocked that as soon as I realized. Also, sorry, hats make my head itch. I don't know, like, they make, like, my forehead itch. I don't know, it's weird. And anyways, so then that was weird. Now, that was actually the last encounter I had with her. Now let's get into my past relationship that was right after her. I dated this dude named Edward. He only wanted me for my, And so I was like, how do I get out of this? And I was just like, okay. And so finally I had my cousin block him for me because I didn't have the heart to do it. And so then, now I'm dating this dude named Parker. He's really sweet. He likes me for me. He's like amazing, okay? He's great. And before him, there was this dude named Teddy that I was talking to that I thought I was going to date. But then Parker came along again. He was in the picture the whole time I was dating Edward. But like, we were just like friends, And then me and Edward broke up, and then me and him started dating a little while after, like a week or two after. Not even, like maybe a week, probably a week, just a week after we broke up, I started dating him. And now we're dating, and he's amazing. So, that's my relationship status. I hope y'all enjoyed the story time. Also, I have one more story time. Not related to like dating relationships, but a friendship. My friend Charisma is moving to Arkansas, if you don't know what that is. She's moving there in a week. Not even a week. It's the 21st. She's moving on the 26th, 27th. I don't know how many days that is. 5 days? 6 days? I don't know. So maybe a week. Probably. So around a week. And she already stopped school because we're gonna have Thanksgiving, and so we have like half days and no school, so like there's no point. She's gonna be in Montana getting moving trucks. So anyways, she's moving. I cried. It was very sad. She's amazing. This is our friendship hat. Our friendship hats. I still will have contact with her, but it's just not gonna be the same, sadly. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the story times. I know it was kind of crazy and messy, and lots of parts were left out probably that I could have explained more on. If you have any questions, comment it. If the comments are on, just comment your questions. I'll answer them. Okay, anyways. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.